So today we have some really interesting footage to show you. We are going back. We're gonna take it back to the Tomorrowland in-home global press event. Yes, I still have the badge. And we got to exclusively film It's a Small World with a GoPro in the front and our own camera in the back. So we got both angles of the ride. I've never even seen anyone do that before. And guess what? The ride was dressed up on the outside to look just like it did in the 60s. You can't hear me, so I'll be VOing that. I'm super excited to show you guys this footage. There's a lot in here of Disneyland just kind of being empty that no one has really seen before, and a different angle on It's a Small World that I don't really think is out there. I really hope you guys like this. It's different than our usual content, but it's very Disney and it's very positive, and I'm excited. See you soon. Hey guys, it's me, Piper Reese from Piper's Picks TV in Disneyland when it's completely empty because it hasn't even opened yet on a school day for the Tomorrowland DVD release. I can't wait. So we're walking around a bunch of places for the Tomorrowland home movie release, and there's stations set up in a bunch of different places for interviews and like shooting and a bunch of different stuff. So right now we're heading over to It's a Small World.
About doing a stand-up on the boat there.
Maybe somewhere on that. I'm getting ready to go on the boat to do an intro right now.
Hey guys, it's me, Parker. You know, Piper's brother. Behind me is a boat that they remodeled to look like the original 1964 boats in It's a Small World.
Hey guys, it's me, Piper. So we're sitting in front of Tomorrowland, about to ride It's a Small World on the boat. The boat I'm sitting in is a 1964 style that they used for filming Tomorrowland, because the movie took place in 1964 because of the World's Fair. Oh my God, It's a Small World parade.
Alrighty folks, welcome aboard. Please remain seated. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. Turn cruise. Here we go.
Hey guys, so right now we're on It's a Small World. How this ties into the movie is in the beginning of the movie, they go on this to get into the future. I wonder if this will work. So behind me in a bright yellow shirt, you can see my dad. His shirt was probably brighter than any of the paint on the buildings in Disney.
Welcome to It's a Small World. For your safety,
I'm also wearing that Vampire Diaries necklace, if any of you got that.
Arms, feet, and legs inside the boat. And please watch your
All right,
children.
going close to the inside of the building. I love this ride. It's such a classic. That's why they used it in the time period for the 60s in the movie. Like at the time of the World's Fair and stuff. That's right, Piper. Excuse me while I talk to myself. I heard Thomas got lost in here looking for him. So as you can see, I'm talking through a lot of this video, but you lose that sound when we get inside. So that's when I'm going to be VOing a little bit more. Alright, so if you see that kind of nervous look on my face, it's like, oh poop, I have to talk during this whole ride, because you don't really realize how long It's a Small World is until you're talking the whole time. But it is still classic, and it's still amazing. I love the look of this ride. From the second you go in here, there's all kinds of interesting painting and pretty aspects of this. I also love that they added the princesses in the Disneyland one. That was so much awesome stuff going on here. It's crazy. If anyone missed that. The lights in here are so pretty. The whole atmosphere of this ride is always going to be something so special that nothing's ever going to compete with. I feel like every time I go to Disney, it's like I either have to go on It's a Small World or can't do it because sometimes children scare me. But no one can argue that the artwork in here is just absolutely amazing. I feel like It's a Small World is one of those extremely controversial rides where half the park needs to get on it and then half the park doesn't want to go anywhere near it. It holds so much Disney history and beautiful art and special pieces to it that not all rides have. So I definitely think It's a Small World needs to stay in Disney forever. Look, you can see Alice right there if you look to the side. I love the kind of paper look, but not really paper look in here. It kind of feels like a giant Christmas present in a ride. So I did read a scary book one time as a kid called Disney After Dark, which ended up being one of my favorites. And in that book, the kids actually come to life and try and jump at the people in the boat. And after hearing that, I still am a little nervous around the kids. But it's still a beautiful ride. Wow, editing me is sitting here missing this ride so much right now. It's so cool how the lights hit the colors on the backgrounds, like exactly in a certain way that makes the ride just have this glow to it and this like alive feeling. So Aladdin is off to the side here. If you just saw our mouths move, that's what we're staring at and pointing at. There's actually a little Aladdin that flies around on a carpet towards the top of the ceiling that you can't totally see. See, now it's in the background right there. Do you see the carpets? And there's actually a bunch of them, which is so cool. I really think one of the smartest things was adding all these characters to this ride. Seeing all the Disney characters with the original It's a Small World characters makes it just such a cool feeling because it just brings even more Disney into it. And then this ride becomes ultra Disney heaven, you know? Me probably telling my dad that talking this long is really, really hard on a ride when I want to look at all the pretty things. So what I'm showing you there is in the movie, the ride actually scans that thing that's on my press badge there and opens a secret tunnel. That's what I'm explaining. If you saw the Tomorrowland movie, you see that they hold up something and then it lets them into this tunnel, and that's what I'm talking about with the press badge, because it's the same symbol. It's really hard to do this voiceover and not just sing the song with the ride. I love the animals. I know a lot of the ride is about how the children's outfits are designed and stuff like that, but the animals are so cool too. It's interesting to watch the ride from this perspective because you can really see how the light illuminates the ride and adds so much to it, especially with the tinsel in the background. You can see how that's lit up right there. And the colors, it really makes everything stand out. Okay, so what I'm pointing to over there is Donald Duck, who is playing an instrument. I can't totally see what it is from this angle, but, oh, there it is, okay. So what I'm saying in the background there is I can't wait to go home and watch the movie and compare the scene in the movie to what's happening on the ride, because this is about where the tunnel is, and at the time, it was really cool when this movie came out because it was one of those few movies that was actually about a part of actual Disney and a whole story around that. So now anyone who's seen that movie, I feel like, is waiting for that tunnel to open underneath when you go on that ride. Still waiting for that tunnel, y'all. Oh my God, a laser just shot at us. Did you see that? Nemo and Dory are over there. This part's really cool because it's kind of underwater. If you haven't been on It's a Small World, it's definitely a must-do. I don't think anyone can really skip this ride and say they went to Disney. It's an important one. You can't miss it. No matter how you feel about the scary aspect of dancing children, it is still an amazing, beautiful, Disney-esque ride. So at the time that I had done this, I'm talking about Tomorrowland coming out on DVD and Blu-ray, which at the time was new, now is not, but still a cool fact to note in case you haven't seen the movie and still want to check it out. So what I'm talking about there is I'm actually doing interviews after the ride, and you can see on my face a little bit that there's a little slide of like, please remember your questions after sitting on a Disney ride. It's very hard to be working in Disney because you're like, oh my God, Disney, but also what are my questions again? World of Sorry, I had to. I'm trying not to sing. Trying really hard. This part's so pretty with all the dancing lights and how it reflects on those pieces back there. That's so cool. And I love how the flowers are even lighting up. The detail in a Disney ride, you just can't find many other places in the world. It's just magical. Literally magical. So what I just did is kind of transferred to the other Piper, like, hey, it's your turn to talk again. I don't really know why that happened. Oh, and I did it again somehow. Interesting. So here you can just see I'm looking up a lot because the scene seemed to have a lot of cool things that were higher up and on the ceiling and stuff like that. It's amazing how they play with layers and textures and the colors and the lights. This ride is just so cool. There's so many elements to it. And everything kind of has this like paper feel to it. It's beautiful. And I do have to say that whenever It's a Small World merchandise comes out, it's some of the coolest looking stuff, especially in Disneyland with the white and gold theme. And as the ride is coming to an end, I start singing in the video. Oh no, I just said, I wonder if I can audition to become one of the characters. 15-year-old Piper had a lot to learn. You have to audition to become one of the It's a Small World characters, obviously. I mean, come on. Basic stuff here. Thanks for riding with me, guys. I hope you liked it. And now we are just getting to the part where we get off the ride. Yes, guys, never stand up on a ride before it has completely stopped. Disney tells us a million times, and that makes me feel like it's because no one listens. I feel like every time the ride stops, too, we're all looking for that one person that is standing up. Like, why? Why did you have to do this to us? This is so pretty outside, too. I don't think you really get the full feel of this outside aspect of It's a Small World in Florida. And I love Disney World, but Disneyland, I feel like, does It's a Small World slightly better. I mean, look at that. It's a huge building. You're, like, drawn to it, and it's the original. And this is an original ride, so it's important. Well, I hope you guys had a really relaxing boat ride with me today. Okay, so we're going to get on some other rides. I'll see you guys later. Bye. It was certainly exciting. So if you want to see more of our theme park videos that we've done, you can click the link in the description to a playlist. And if you want to see the interview I did with Brad Bird, you can click right here. He's the director, producer, and writer of Tomorrowland the movie, and he's also Edna Mode from The Incredibles. Awesome, right? Or you can click right here to see what YouTube suggests for you. I hope you liked this, and bye!
Darling, watch Piper's Picks. That's the only show to watch.